Sunday is the 15th anniversary of the World Trade Center attacks.
And just a few weeks after the attacks, I went to New York to report on the attacks and also to interview a man from the Roanoke Valley who had seen one of the planes hit the towers. And this week, I interviewed him again to see how it affected his life and to talk about what he remembers these 15 years later. This was New York City 5 weeks after the terrorist attacks. It was here that I interviewed Cyrus Pace, who worked at a wealth management firm about 2 miles from the Twin Towers.
I saw the plane for a brief moment right before it hit, and then I saw the stream of fire and smoke coming out of the other side of the building, I think is what I saw, but it's hard to tell. I will admit to you, it was a very weird thing to actually see it in person, being able to see it from my office building. Today,
Pace is back in Roanoke, where he's executive director of the Jefferson Center.
The reality that someone could bring, our country's biggest city, and really, I agree, the best city in the world, to a halt. That's frightening. That things stopped. The subways stopped and the buses stopped and people went home and tried to figure out what to do next.
When I arrived in New York in the weeks following the attacks, the city was just regaining its energy. Its famous hustle and bustle. Yes, figuring out what to do next. All of this as the ruins of the World Trade Center smolder and the recovery effort continued. As makeshift memorials became weather-beaten, tourists began to trickle in.
They all want to know where the ground zero is and what can I take pictures of.
To show my children what happened, because in years from now it'll be gone and I don't want them to miss what happened.
T-shirts went on sale, and the world struggled to figure out the new reality, the new normal in a post-terrorist attack world.
And I just probably found myself doing that too, not out of disrespect for the experience, but out of a sense that we should be doing the right thing and getting back to work and getting a sense of normalcy, almost out of respect, you know what I mean?
In 2001, with the event still fresh in his mind, Pace said the experience was hard to describe.
And I kind of gave a different feel, I mean, seeing it on TV is one thing, but actually seeing it in person is a very different thing.
Now, 15 years later, he isn't sure it was any more impactful for him than for those who watched on television.
My reality of the experience is likely different, but I think the impact is equally shared among anyone, whether they were there or not there.
The other change in the past 15 years for Pace is that he now has a family. His oldest, son Louis, knows his dad was there when it happened, but Cyrus hasn't shared the full story of the tragedy of the attacks. Not yet. New York and the world have moved on, but Pace believes we are collectively more anxious now than we were then.
Now I have a 6-year-old and a 2.5-year-old. So, when you have children, of course, your whole perspective on safety changes. And I'd say that's probably been the most real change to my sense of, an anxiety about whether our environment is safe or not.
I'll tell you, the other memory that Cyrus shared was the funerals. His office is next door, was then, to St. Patrick's Cathedral, where most of the funerals for the first responders were held. He said he still remembers the long lines of police and firefighters and the sound of bagpipes.